brunch. Hi-ho, here we go. Time for another show. Everybody dance, it's time for brunch. Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be, and hopefully we're live here. Yes, we are. Anyway, hi, we have a new beginning. How'd you like it? I discovered a new toy this last couple weeks. It's called an Elgato streaming box. I'll show it to you here. It's got neat little buttons where I can pre-program stuff. And I've always wanted to have a theme song for the show. Always, always, always. And I couldn't write one for years until last weekend. I just sat down and out it came. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Our other news in this week is we've had an ant infestation here at this house. And I gave up. I finally called the exterminators. We've had ants for like 3 months and nothing we did was making them go away. So with that in mind, I think it's time to hear about some yucky bugs. Planted the cabbage at the edge of the garden, went back home to watch it grow. And not much trouble, no one really likes to eat them except some tiny little bugs that we all know. Don't take much, they grow in poor soil, so it comes as a kind of a surprise that the cabbage worms will eat them till there ain't nothing left if you don't squish the little butterflies. So come on down, let's go out and have a bug squashing party tonight. Squish the little buggers as they begin to flutter and our fingers have turned all nice and white. Clean the cabbage worms out of the cabbage patch and everything will work out alright. So come on down, let's go out and have a bug squashing party tonight. Squish, 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 squish. Take a ramble through the bramble growing 6 feet tall. Take some berries and pop them in your mouth. It takes a lot of work to keep the brambles healthy and water to keep away the drought. But then those tiny green bugs come along and eat them till their stems fall over in the rain. But we'll take the little bugs and squish them in our fingers and our berry patch is healthy once again. So come on down, let's go out and have a bug squashing party tonight. We'll kill the Japanese beetles in the shiny green armor so they don't get away in flight. 'Cause they're loving each other all over our bushes, completely unaware of their plight. So come on down, let's go out and have a bug squashing party tonight. Squish, 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 squish. Now slugs is bugs that nobody loves, but everybody understands that they look disgusting and they taste disgusting and they feel disgusting on your hands. Bleh, slime. But of all the little bugs that come in my garden, slugs have a special place in my heart because they love to drink beer, whoo, any kind of beer, and they won't quit drinking once they start. So come on down, let's go out and have a slug drowning party tonight. 'Cause they don't care if they're swimming in Guinness or sinking in Miller Lite. If you've got the time, they just love beer, any kind of beer. They'll drown in any beer inside. So come on down, let's go out and have a slug drowning party tonight. Now I never would believe I'd be telling my kids it's okay to kill another living thing. And I know what you mean when you tell me even Japanese beetles can learn how to sing. Let it be. And I believe that everything should have a chance to live if they wish. But if I go out and plant it, then god dang it, I eat it, you're gonna get squished, especially if you're on my kitchen counter. So come on down, let's go out and have a slug squashing party tonight. 'Cause we don't want to spray them, we don't want to zap them, we we don't want to cause them any fright. If they'd leave us alone, we'd leave them alone, and everything would turn out right. So come on down, let's go out and have a bug squashing party, a slug drowning party, an ant squishing party tonight. Ants come in, the ants come out, the ants come marching round about. They're in the house, they're in the kitchen, and that's why I'm bitching. Ants come in, the ants come out, I don't want them out around. And let's call some bug squashing tonight. Squish. Although in the case of the ants around here, we did have to call the professionals in to spray, which I hate to do, but actually they did a bait sort of thing. Poor Morpheus and I had to leave the house and go elsewhere for 4 hours, and poor Morpheus just went straight under the couch. Oh, and then he came back and like was nothing had happened. Anyway, good morning, Peter. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Heidi and Janet, and all of you watching out there today on this fine Sunday, September 14th. God, we're already almost halfway through September. Well, tomorrow is my 3-year anniversary of marriage to Mr. Jason Wood. We've been together for 19 years, but married as of tomorrow for 3. If I'd been smart, I would have put a little graphic up here of our wedding picture, but I didn't think about that. I've got lots of little buttons here. It's so fun. This is the song I wrote for Jason in our wedding. I'm trying to write a love song with pretty words. Instead, I'm doing dishes. It's hard to feel romantic when you're scraping last night's spinach off the silverware. And the cat needs to be fed, and I'm running late again. Guess this song will have to wait for later on today. I'm trying to write a love song with Cupid's bow. Instead I'm doing taxes. It's hard to wax poetic when the income and the outflow columns don't stack right again. And the laundry still needs folding between write-offs and withholding. Guess this song will have to wait for a later date. The day-to-days will get you, keep you from your heart and the things you want to do, the words you want to say. Oh, I'm full of such love for you. I want to write it down, but life rushes in the door with another delay. The day-to-days will get you, keep you from your heart and the things you want to do, the words you want to say. Oh, I'm full of such love for you. I want to write it down, but life rushes in the door with another delay. Oh, I'm trying to write a love song with Cupid's bows. Instead I'm hearing stitches. Can I fashion metaphor when you've got me in the clinches of your very silly puns? I've become undone from laughing. I'm having too much fun to write, so I've put the pen away. I'll write another day. Still thinking about that love song, but when I look into your eyes, so warm and wise, I realize you already know how much I love you. I can see it in your smile. And as you take my hand, it's then I understand it all along. I had a love song. I wrote a love song. Trying to write a love song. Hey, Ross Jacques, Ross Blues from the UK. So glad to see you here on Brunch, and you're on my list to email this week. I would love for you to do some jamming with me when I am visiting at the UK. Details at 11, like they say on the news, or details at what time is it? 6 o'clock out there. Oh, thank you, Kathy. So Ross, everyone, welcome Ross Jacques. He's a harmonica player extraordinaire from the UK, who I've met on many open mics. Here's one song I know I'll have you play on, Ross, because I know you like it. Get out your harp. You can practice right now. Hi, Bonnie. All right, about that neighbor of mine, the old guy with the raggedy ears who no one wants to mess with. My favorite neighbor on the block. Key of E. Minor. Cool as the click of a switchblade knife. I walk onto your back porch and into your life. I check out every corner, I turn every stone. You better believe I'll make this backyard my own as I dominate the best sun patch, contemplating which birdies to catch. Grooming myself from my head to my toes, and just when I bounce I tell you nobody knows, 'cause I'm the king of the alley, prince of the trash. Sometimes I purr, oh, sometimes I scratch. Cruising through your neighborhood, I haven't a care to let you come near me. If come near me you dare, 'cause I'm a bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. Well, I was born in an alley, the smallest of 6. I learned to survive on a cheap bag of tricks. And out in the streets I've grown old, I've grown wise, and earned my share of more than 9 lives. I got this old lady, she tries to keep me in. She offers me caviar and sips of her gin, but she'll never tame me, nobody can. I tell you, fish eggs and booze, insufferably bland when you're the king of the alley, prince of the trash. Sometimes I purr, oh, sometimes I scratch. Cruising through your neighborhood, I haven't a care to let you come near me. If come near me you dare, 'cause I'm a bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. Take it away, everybody. And when your family's asleep in the dead of the night, and a silence so thick you can slice it, a scream rips the air, makes your hair stand on end. It's just me giving chase to that she-cat again. In the morning you'll see me just as sweet as can be. What last night I can't fight. Who, me? I gently play with some paper that's scrap, and shortly thereafter retire for my nap. Oh, my name's not important, I've never really had one. You know my deportment's a mean, tough, and bad one. So if you see me on your back steps and such, well, you can come say hello, but don't you dare touch the king of the alley, prince of the trash. Sometimes I purr, oh, sometimes I scratch. Cruising through your neighborhood, I haven't a care to let you come near me. If come near me you dare, 'cause I'm a bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. That's right, I'm a bad cat. Give me some of those dust bins. I'm gonna find all the leftover chicken and beef. Ooh, lamb. I said I'm the Duke of the Dumpster, Baron of the Back Fence. Hanging around's what I do best, yes. Bad cat. Eat your heart out, Felix. Over the fence I go with my giant ego. It all just goes to show that I am a bad cat. Thank you so much. La 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 la. I love coffee, I love tea, I love the Java Jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea, oh, the Java and me. A cup, boys. I love my coffee sweet and hot. With Mr. Moto, I'm a coffee pot. Shoot me a spot and I'll pour me a shot. A cup. Pour me a slug from that wonderful jug, and I'll cut a rug till I'm snug in the jug. A slice of onion and a raw one. Draw one. Waiter, percolator. I love coffee. I love tea. I love the Java Jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea, oh, the Java and me. A cup, or a heck of a big mug. Boston beans, soybeans, green beans, cabbage and greens. Well, I'm not keen about any old bean unless it's a perky coffee bean, boys. I love coffee, I love my tea. I love the Java Jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea, oh, the Java and me. A cup. Oh, I said I love my coffee piping hot. Whoops, Mr. Moto, I'm a coffee pot. Shoot me that pot and I'll pour me a shot. A cup. Oh, pour me a slug from that wonderful jug, and I'll cut a rug till I'm snug in the jug. Drop a nickel in the pot, Joe. Taking it slow. Nickel seems awfully inexpensive these days. I love coffee. I love my tea. I love the Java Jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea, oh, the Java and me. A cup. I said that coffee and tea, the Java and me. A cup, boys. I think Oh, Lord. I have to scratch my nose on screen. That looks so bad, but it's so itchy. Java Jive, made famous by the ink spots back in 1940, and then revived in the 70s by Manhattan Transfer. Speaking of coffee. Yes, this cup is rather rude. Self-care, according to a cat. Grooming their you-know-what in public. How rude. How rude. All right. Here's a song I haven't played in a while. This is written by my friend Todd Lawrence and myself during the pandemic. It's about being in despair, but seeing a bit of hope down in the muck. Life was cruising on easy street when your wheel of fortune got stuck. You thought it was just a glitch, a hitch in your good luck. But then down came the avalanche and all the pain that follows. The next thing you know, you've been laid low, deep down in the wallows. Who said life was supposed to be fair? God laughs every time you plan. You thought you had it all mapped out, the lines drawn spick and span. But times got tough, they coiled you up like a snake before it swallows. And the cruel, cruel joke is you've begun to choke, face down in the wallows. So welcome, bud, to the tar and mud. Well, I suppose it all seems grim, being stuck in the holy muck. Maybe you'd best learn to swim. But when you think about the journey out, some part of you just hollows. So you acquiesce to your deep distress, knee deep in the wallows. Depression and discomfort are now your closest friends. That melancholy baby has got you up on end. But misery loves your company, you're now flesh and bone. When you're in the wallows, baby, you'll never walk alone. So welcome, bud, to the tar and mud. Well, I suppose it all seems grim, being stuck in the holy muck. Or maybe you'd best learn to swim. But all your fears, they're muscled up and flexing like Apollos. Oh, you feel so small, so you toss it all into the mercy of the wallows. Wallows are addictive, primed to keep you pinned. The could-haves and the should-haves leave you twisting in the wind. But faith leaves a golden thread in the darkest pit. It's your call to rise or fall. What will you make of it? So welcome, friend, to the bitter end. Tell me, what's it gonna be? Will you walk that first hard mile or drown in misery? It's the same for everyone, everywhere, from Seattle to Sao Paulo. No soul's alive too big to dive into the deep end of the wallows. No soul's alive too big to dive into the deep end of the wallows. No soul's alive too big to dive into the deep end of the wallows. The wallows. And now this one is for Heidi. Because once you've gotten that out of the wallows, you need to put on your, everybody, boots. Some days the road is easy, all you need are walking shoes. Other days you negotiate in your heels and your business suit. Still other days are breezy, only bare toes will do. But when your heart gets broke, you gotta wear boots. You gotta wear boots, time to saddle up your courage. Boots, feet down in the stirrups. Boots to drive the heartache out of town. Boots, wrangle up all your sorrows. Boots, ride on past tomorrow. Sometimes you gotta wear boots. Some days you're jumping in your Converse with good news. Other days so sad, only slippers see you through. Still other days you go out waltzing in your highbrow dancing shoes. But when your heart gets broke, you gotta wear boots. You gotta wear boots, time to saddle up your courage. Boots, feet down in the stirrups. Boots to drive the heartache out of town. Boots, wrangle up all your sorrows. Boots, ride on past tomorrow. Sometimes you gotta wear boots. Cares. Walk out of the door with the right foot where. You gotta wear boots, time to saddle up your courage. Boots, feet down in the stirrups. Boots to drive the heartache out of town. Boots, wrangle up all your sorrows. Boots, ride on past tomorrow. Sometimes you gotta wear boots. You gotta wear boots, time to saddle up your courage. Boots, feet down in the stirrups. Boots to drive the heartache out of town. Boots, wrangle up all your sorrows. Boots, ride on past tomorrow. Sometimes you gotta wear boots. Gotta wear your boots. Gotta wear them boots. Boots! Boots, the one-word sing-along. I got one more for you this morning, or this evening, wherever you may be. Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be. It's the morning here, the evening there, the late evening even further, and the wee hours if you keep on going east from Seattle. So far east that you go west. Anyway, the tip jar is open below with the links. And here you have a dancing tip jar just to encourage you to throw some virtual change into the pot and buy me some Java Jive. I'd appreciate that very much. Venmo, PayPal, and credit debit. Links are all on my website and down there. Anyway, you know, that jar looks more like a bottle of aspirin or ibuprofen than change. I think I'll have to do a different graphic every week just to keep you guys excited. Anyway, thank you for those who have contributed. I appreciate it. Well, for my final song today, let's say, if the boots don't help you get out of a trouble, you can just go where no woman has gone before. The lovers of today are silly. How they bore me willy-nilly. Well, their idea of having fun is watching TV all day long. They cannot croon a passionate song and only grunt at me when done. When I think of human men today, it makes me want a better place to stay. They say there's life beyond the stars. If there is, I'll go that far. Ride a rocket out to space and forget the human race. 'Cause I know if I had a Martian, oh, together we could have such fun. We could fly his spaceship round the sun, and maybe levitate when we were done. You know not how it would thrill me to be making love in zero G. And if by chance we were to dock, find Kirk or Mr. Spock, if the Klingons were a shock, we could remove them one by one. Oh, I know I'd like the Martian scene, where I could be a has-not, has-been. I'd paint my skin a dazzling green, wear a gown of laser beams, dance the night away it seems. If the man of Martian means, oh yes, me and my man Martian could do such feats of exploration. Yes, holding tight it is a must when the retro rockets thrust, cosmic movement such a plus. Force was made alone for us. Eat your heart out, Jedis. 'Cause I know if I had a Martian, oh, together we could have such fun. We could fly his spaceship around the sun, and maybe levitate when we were done. You know not how it would thrill me to be making love in zero G. And if by chance we were to dock, find Kirk or Mr. Spock, if the Klingons were a shock, we could remove them one by one. Phaser set to stun. Tango. So I'm off to implement my scheme. Go and find my Martian man of dreams. I'll get my spacesuit all spruced up. If he asks me out to sup, I'll have to think of nothing but just how I'll say that happy yup. And as we cruise above the stratosphere, on our way to outer atmosphere, you know that I won't shed a tear. I will not have any fear, 'cause I'll go so very far. Tata, I'll see you in the stars. Full speed ahead, Scotty. 'Cause I know if I had a Martian, oh, together we could have such fun. Fly his spaceship around the sun, maybe levitate when we were done. You know not how it would thrill me to be making love in zero G. And if by chance we were to dock, find Kirk or Mr. Spock, the Klingons were a shock, we could remove them one by one and have some fun. There goes my spaceship now. See you in the stars. The Martian Tango love song from my first album, Martian Tangos and Other Strange Affairs. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I ran a little over, but you know, time flies when you're having fun. I will be broadcasting next week from a hotel room in Denver, because I will be in Denver performing at a afternoon concert that the Colorado folks know about. So check your emails again. I just sent out some reminders to you, and then I'll be back the following week right here in the Blue Room. But take care of yourselves this week. Watch out for ants in your kitchen. Don't leave food out. They come right in and they crawl over everything. It's gross. Sorry. At least they didn't get into the cat food. That's good. And look both ways before crossing the road. If you are in the London area, mind the gap. And for those Americans traveling in London, remember to look not left to right, but look right and left before you cross the street. I've actually driven on the left-hand side of the road in Australia and was quite proud of myself, and also in New Zealand. But I would not try that in London. Anyway, take care of yourselves, and remember the most important thing, like I always say, is to tell the people you love in your life that you love them sooner rather than later, because we don't know what the morrow will bring. I forgot to tell you that last week on the show, so it's doubly important today. Okay, see you next week from the Staybridge Suites in Denver. Take care.